Hello, hello, hello. It's another GNL movie reaction video. This time it is for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We all watched it. Well, at this recording, we just passed this weekend. So, gonna hear some of our thoughts on it. Boys, what you think overall so far? I think it was a really good movie. It was well done. Um, well done as far as an MCU, like, better than Thor, and the last one was Thor? Yeah, last one was
Love
Thor?
and Thunder. I also have it
Yeah,
above Love and Thunder. I,
yeah.
I have the Spider-Man movie and then probably this and then Love and Thunder. Probably. In that order.
Gilly,
Maybe.
Wait, what? Spider-Man.
initial thoughts of the whole movie?
Oh, I thought it was pretty good. I thought, in general, like it could be a little bit shorter, but it was really good.
Yeah.
It was almost 3 hours.
It was
There's
like
Was
a
some,
it? I didn't even
yeah.
notice it
it
was
was
3
like a
Yeah,
hours
two
long.
hour and 30-minute movie for sure.
I think it was 2 hour
Oh,
40. That's what it
okay.
said. Yeah,
Yeah. Including like the trailers and stuff.
not including the trailers. I
Yeah,
think.
so it was like yeah.
So, forgot to say, we are gonna talk about the whole movie, so there will be spoilers. So if you don't wanna hear any spoilers, go watch the movie and
Or
then,
should I leak the time?
give us another. It's all right. It's all right. And give us another view. So I guess the overall question was like, how are they going to deal with Chadwick's um passing, right? So like, they did say they're not going to replace him per se.
Which is
So it
good.
was, which is good. I think that
Yeah.
was awesome with Kevin Feige doing that. But I was curious how they would uh, approach it. And what do you guys think of how they handled? Um, not the, we the ceremony was awesome, like how they handled the funeral and everything. I was like, that's totally looks like Wakanda, but like as the actual like story of like some kind of, well, I guess it was a disease he was
A
having or
Yeah,
disease,
something.
yeah, like
Yeah,
they handled it well. They kept it like very like easy to understand, and
mm,
like that it could like actually happen to anyone in the real world, right?
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Which makes
So
me also wonder, like, I wonder if uh it could be a plot point for later on, because I remember in the comics, there was it was like X-Men. They had like a disease where it would affect like people. So I remember I was looking at it, and one of my theories that it was a planned attack by but we can talk later on about that certain organization. But yeah, I think in the beginning, yeah, like you said, that's probably the best. It was pretty simple
Yeah.
on it.
yeah,
I think it's good that they did this kind of way where it's like they didn't have to do anything too crazy, but something that can happen in the real world that happened in the real world and how they're living it in the movie. I kind of like that they didn't have to like recast like Black Panther because like if they recasted it and then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, this is not Chadwick. It's not gonna be the same. Like I think constantly be everyone's head that like, oh, this is not gonna be good. But I like how they play the movie. Shuri
yeah.
got a bigger role. I know like most of the time it's more of like a she's like the most like she plays around a lot, but now she got like a serious role. Like you see a different side of her, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they also changed the intro of the Marvel.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, and my theater was so silent. It was just like,
Oh yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, it was like a funeral.
Yeah, I
Exact
was
quiet.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
which is good.
it felt like on that. Um, the story in the beginning was very. I did like how they kind of made it like yeah, there's no protector now for Wakanda, and it sounds so like it kind of fits with the whole MCU of um like of something for it to move forward as a story for Wakanda. As far as like now, there's no Black Panther. They're weak, and and it looks like vibranium is a thing now that everyone wants. Um, so it was really, I think that in that kind of in that story plot, that's pretty good on that. Um, what's her name? The Queen. uh freaking what's the actor's name again? Oh, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Gilly. You know the actor's name, actress's name.
I actually
Angela.
don't know.
Oh,
Angela.
oh yes, Angela Bassett. She played. Oh, she was awesome in it. Like
Mm.
the way her strength and everything, and uh, and she's still fit, man. Damn, for like I don't know how old she is, but she's like I was like when they showed her some of the scenes, I'm like she's more ripped than me, man. I'm like oh crap. So, but I think she really played it was a really awesome performance by her on that. Um,
Was everything that you like before? I think we talked a little bit about like our prediction. Did it match your prediction of how the movie was gonna go? Like how Namor was, how
I think I remember you had a prediction saying that he wasn't gonna be the main villain. Like he's just like kind of like a decoy. I
yeah.
think
I mean he became a little good in the end, right?
oh, I guess so.
well, not
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess he fits still the anti-hero, which is which in the comics they've said that he is. So he's not exactly like a pure hero, but he's not exactly like
He's doing what's good for his people,
yeah, yeah,
If
Yeah.
yeah,
if we're watching on his side, then he's probably the hero. But we're watching it
yeah.
like from the outside, from like the Black Panther side, Wakanda side, like yeah, he's definitely like the villain. But he's doing whatever's good for the people, for his people.
How'd you like the introduction of Ironheart Riri Williams?
It was hilarious. I love it. I love her character. I love the dorm scene part. You brought a
Uh,
spear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like even the part beforehand, what's her name? The general. She's like, "What? I don't look good? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and it showed a different side of her in this movie, which is awesome.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 She's getting a spin-off, and then,
Oh, she is?
yeah, and then Iron so the so she's gonna be working with, their agent, who they always call the colonist guy. Um, what's his name? Oh my god. Um, what's the agent's name again?
Oh,
Um,
Everett.
yeah,
Everett Ross.
Everett Ross. So I think they're gonna get their own series. So they're gonna be doing things like on the side because she's not
Alright.
general right now or anymore, right? Okoye? Is
Yeah.
it Okoye? I think it's Okoye.
Oh yeah.
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 So she's
Might have
not
to.
getting she's not general no more. So she's gonna be doing like undercover stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. Uh, then Riri is supposedly get like they said her series is like right after when she comes back.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, it's like right after Black Panther. Like so
Yeah.
she comes
That
back
would
and
make
that's when it
sense.
starts. And
Yeah.
so that's when that starts on that. But yeah, I like the character too. I think it was like she was kind of the comic relief a little bit there.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
on
I
that.
think it like Riri and Shuri is like a good combination because I wouldn't imagine like what would Shuri be doing without Riri? Like I think it would be more of a series. I think with Riri, I think it lightens up like the whole like movie a little bit because they're both funny together. The vibe is different. So I don't know. I like
Um,
Riri.
yeah.
I like the scene where Ironheart goes into like kind of like in the atmosphere,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and she kind of like it reminds me of remember when Iron Man in
Iron
the first
Man.
Iron Man he goes
Yep.
up and his suit froze and he
Yeah, yeah.
fell down.
Oh
Kind of
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. It's a little bit of
yeah,
a callback to that
yeah.
early scene. Um, what did you think of the the scene of Killmonger? Is it
That was a
Killmonger? Yeah.
yeah. That was
That was
interesting.
my surprise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't think he
Oh
would be
yeah,
back. I didn't think that like I was like, okay, the far-fetched theory of him coming back in some sort of uh, in some way. I was just like, but he's dead. Like he's
Yeah.
dead. But the way they brought him back, I was like, oh wow. I was just like, oh.
That was a good, like, kind of like, that would be a spoiler if you didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
everyone
yeah,
in the theater
Big
was like,
spoiler.
"What the hell?"
yeah.
Yeah. I
But
was
it was
actually, like it was exciting when you showed up, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
and actually, it was good. I think it was good. It was well. It was a good way to get Shuri to be on her own, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would be kind of like, oh, okay, she's gonna be as noble as her brother, la da da,
Or
right?
take revenge.
Uh, or take revenge, right? But it was a good like. I almost was like, oh, Shuri's gonna like just totally. I was like, Namor can't die at the end. I was like, no, he's not gonna. They're not gonna kill him off so soon, right? So, but but the way they did it, I was like, okay, I
There's
was like,
always space
well played.
there's always space for him to come back because what if is still, like, canon, right?
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
think it was a good way to get Michael B. Jordan in too, right? Because if
Yeah.
you look at it, they were trying to get at least everyone in it, um, just to because of it was kind of dedicated to Chadwick, right? So,
Yeah.
um, what else were some good
How do you
news
guys
moments?
like the story of Namor from the beginning with his mom and how his people became who they are today? I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I
Was that the same as the comics? Did anyone read
No,
about that?
the
Oh, okay.
comics, they're tech. I don't think it's the same. I think it is different because they're technically Atlanteans, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like just Atlantean people, right? So I think it's a good way to not make it to make it relatable in some sense, right? Not so like, oh, who are these people out of nowhere, right? It in the same vein as Wakanda, right? Um, so for the I guess it would be the Mexican, South American, Latin um, people. It's something to get as far as for inclusion and stuff, right? Instead of making it totally other people and didn't try to make them like different per se. So, but they did. I can't speak for, of course, the Latino people, but I think it was a good representation for them, right? Even actually, the one of the biggest things that I loved about the movie was the music. Like, it really fit each like, all the scenes, and, um, I actually have it playing on my Spotify, the soundtrack, so, um any other moments? I'm trying to remember.
I just like
There
how like how how Shuri was able to see what's the place called? The fuck.
Atlantis?
It's not
No, no,
Atlantis.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
It's
no.
based on a different thing, but I
yeah.
forgot the name of it. But
The
like there's
afterlife?
like based on their city, like she was able to see how the people live. They were able to like Namor showed like
Oh,
her like their own son based on
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I thought that
I
was
forgot
really
what that
awesome. I
yeah,
forgot the name of their city is called, but
yeah,
when Shuri was able to see, Namor and his people and where they
yeah.
lived, you could see like the old like the basketball game that they back in the day they used to play like on the
Yeah, with
wall.
their
They,
hips.
they had to shoot it in the hole. Like I
Yeah,
thought that was really awesome. Um, and it's like it's a similar like life with Wakanda. Like they're two different like places with mystery, but like they're kind of like the same. They both have like um what's that thing called? The stone, whatever it's called. Forgot the talk. We just talked about it.
Oh,
The
which one?
the thing that they are trying to get, like the
Oh,
French people,
vibranium?
vibranium. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
the one thing I think that had to, and for Shuri to see their city and to experience their city, that needed to happen in order to put some, I guess, humanity to Namor, right? Because if they didn't show that, then Namor is just kind of a villain, right?
Yeah.
He's just a straight villain. It's not showing that he's doing what he needs to do to protect his people, right?
Yeah.
And which is a lot of times wars are like that, right? It's like it's not no one's really wrong or right. It's more of like they're just protecting their people, right?
Right.
Um, but it's kind of Namor is just doing it in an extreme way, right?
Yeah.
On that. So
There was a lot of killing in this movie, but do you notice there was like no blood until the end?
oh yeah,
No, it's
that's
sad.
true.
I feel bad for
Yeah.
Shuri. She lost her brother and lost her mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like whole family, and that's why she's not leader too. If
Yeah.
you notice at the end,
I
what's his
think it's
name
all.
was is the leader,
Mhm.
the gorilla guys. Um, which is I think that's I think that's a good thing for the Wakanda people as a plot point. I guess so, it makes sense. So and it frees up Shuri to do hero things while
Yeah.
Wakanda like she's
As a
not tied
leader.
to Wakanda, so she can do like whatever Avenger things that she might need to do. Um,
In the
so we'll
comics,
see.
I know Shuri became like Black Panther for a little bit,
Mhm.
but she doesn't become Black Panther like forever, right?
No, not that I know.
I think someone takes over
Someone
afterwards.
takes over it. So, um, um, how did you feel about the mid-credit scene at the end?
It was
It was really good. It was really nice, but I meant like, how do you feel about them?
having the
Mm,
son, Prince.
Yeah, and I thought it was a little bit sneaky that they named him T'Challa again,
I
but
liked it. I liked it. I don't know. I liked it because then there'll be another like, oh, maybe in the next movie this will happen. But yeah,
it
I
is
think it's
their
set.
way of
Yeah.
it's their way of using T'Challa again.
Chala's name. Yeah,
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
So the recast, that's when it's gonna happen when, it's gonna be later on if they're still gonna continue using Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And I also think too is that everyone in the MCU basically has a kid now, right? Thor
at
has a
that time.
kid. Iron Man has a kid now.
Yep.
Ant Man has a kid.
Young
yeah,
Avengers.
Yeah. So they could just set up something for the future.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna I heard they are gonna rumor is that they're gonna set up a Young Avengers kind of thing going on. But it does allow them to have like later on if they wanted to recast an Iron Man, recast you know, any of these characters, which is, kind of smart, right? That's what you got
Yeah.
to do, the MCU. Um, and so, uh, what did you
I
think
enjoyed
of
this movie.
Namor? What do you think of Namor in general, though, as a character? I haven't
Um.
really seen him in the comics, though.
Yeah.
So I haven't read up
Yeah. I don't
on
really
him
know.
or no.
He seemed
So,
like a pretty like simple villain. I mean, bad guy.
yeah.
Like to be honest, like his powers are kind of like a little bit weak. Oh
He's as strong as Thor. I mean, not Thor. Hulk.
He
He can
is
yeah.
fly.
supposedly, as long as has water nearby.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like he can only do it for so long. Um,
If only he could know how to be like a water bender. You know, he's the air
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
or blood bend or something.
Yeah,
um,
I thought it was a cool scene though, when, Fury, like, takes the wings off.
Oh yeah.
I was like some people in theater was like, "Oh," because she's just holding the feathers like that.
well, it is the well, I think it's the ankles, man. Oh, you're near your Achilles heel. You're like
Yeah.
so.
They didn't really show his true strength that much. I think that's why throughout the movie. You really only see it when he punches, what's his name again? In the
Oh,
chest?
what's his name now? I got it. Oh, I thought I had it. Mombaku. Is that his?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Mombaku? Yeah,
Mbaku, yeah.
Mombaku, who's now
That and that
leader of the
yeah.
Wakanda.
That and then he held a helicopter. He spun it around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, trying to get what's her name's character. What's the name? Everett Ross's ex-wife.
Oh. I didn't know they were like was
No,
that the
I
first
didn't know
time they
either. That's
revealed?
why
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, right? Like, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, they're kind of flirting, but it's like, wait, why are they flirting, right? And I think it's a good story
Yeah.
plot that their ex-wife. So,
Did you guys
they're yeah.
did you guys see Usman in Black Panther, the UFC fighter?
No.
Oh yeah, he started it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty
Wait, when did he
cool.
start?
He was in Wakanda Forever. He was one of the warriors.
Oh.
I thought that was cool.
He's there's other people too. Trevor Noah was in it. I'm seeing it on IMDb. It's just like, okay. But what's her name now?
She's the one who runs the that she started a group, right?
Yeah, she's in Black Widow. She was at the end. Um God. They don't even have her name on here. But she's supposed to start the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
But I'm liking how she's kind of becoming the big bad in some ways.
Mhm.
Like
Her name is
I think
Val.
people don't understand. I think people are like they're looking for Kang is the big bad, which he
Yeah.
is, but he's not the current bad. So
Okay.
because
Her name is
she's like recruiting everyone, right?
her name is Valentina.
Yeah, Val, that's her. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. She's already got US agent. She's already got what's her name from Black Widow?
Yeah, her sister.
Yeah, sister.
Yeah.
Uh so supposedly Baron Zemo will be joining them at some point.
Oh dang. Is he part of the like in the comics?
He in the comics he was the one who led it.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's why he became kind of a good character in the Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Okay, yeah.
So, um, so he's becoming he's gonna get recruited eventually. Um, so
Is,
I guess this is leading up to Secret Wars or something like that.
is
Yeah.
Bucky in it too? Thunderbolt?
No, I don't think so.
He was put together with them.
And
Winter
the dad
Soldier.
and Black Widow's dad is in it too.
Oh yeah, he was announced that the Red Iron. What's his character called? Red. He's the Soviet Captain America. So
What else? Were you surprised
Red
that there
Guardian.
wasn't
Red Guardian's his name.
yeah, Red
Oh.
Guardian.
Were you guys surprised that there wasn't a second credit scene?
Not really.
Not really. I think that I like how they ended it off just to keep the focus on, Chadwick and Black Panther. I don't know. That's how I felt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think so too. Because the last one is usually kind of a
Like
comedic
a
one,
fun
right?
one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fun one. The mid scene is usually the one that leads to another
movie.
or whatever, or to
More
introduce a
lore.
storyline, or lore kind of thing. And then they actually said mutant at some point too. I
Yeah,
remember.
Namor said when he was talking to Sherry.
Yeah, so
Yep.
mutations is actually a thing now.
Yeah.
In the MCU. So, well, we'll see what happens.
Did they? I forgot. What did they say? They were drinking that made them like that.
It was the vibranium. It was just kind of same thing.
There was
Oh,
a
okay.
remember
there was a
the
plant underneath the
Yeah.
water too.
yeah.
Oh.
So instead of remember in Wakanda, the plants were the bulb stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Namor's area, it was like seaweed in the
Oh, okay.
in the water.
Yeah.
So basically, he was saying that vibranium just didn't crash on Wakanda. Basically,
Yeah.
it crashed
Okay.
everywhere. They
And
could be using it as a trope to explain mutations to other heroes too, right?
Yeah.
They find vibranium, they eat something, and it does something.
Mutation, vibranium, Wolverine.
Yeah, we'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know. So we'll see what happens on that. But so overall, how many moons would you put Black Panther Wakanda
out of
out of
5,
5? Yeah,
Oh. 4.
4 moons. 4 moons. 4.
I give it a
Really?
4 as well.
Yeah, I think it was a 4 too. I don't think it wasn't like
Not like
greatest MCU
Spider-Man.
movie there, but yeah, it was. But it was definitely well done,
Yeah.
and it was a fitting tribute to for Chadwick. I would say that for coming in, how difficult it must have been to like how do we approach this? He did a really good job
Yeah.
on it. So, any final thoughts?
Can't wait for Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, they showed that. So, is that
What's
the
after
next one?
Ant-Man? I think so. That's in February, I
Really?
think. Or
March. Is it February or March?
one of those days. Early
Yeah.
in the year.
Yeah.
The MCU schedule.
Because I
MCU
know
schedule is it should be Ant-Man. Guardians. Actually, Guardians Christmas special is happening in December on Disney Plus.
Is it gonna be a movie or is it short?
It's actually a series, I think. It's gonna be a series.
Oh shoot. Okay, that's
Yeah.
sick.
And
With that cast?
yeah, it's gonna be funny. And then Guardians is next after Ant-Man. And then the Marvels is July. And then Captain America New World Order. Yeah. So, but basically it's Ant-Man, Guardian, and Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Marvel. So that's the one that's on that. Oh, on that. Well, if you like our little reactions, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, hit that bell to be notified when we put up another video. I guess don't know what the next movie, Pogi. I don't know what the next is.
I don't know. I only watch I only watch Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
I think next big movie I might watch is one with I think it's called Babylon.
Okay.
Yeah, that comes out in
Cool.
December.
How about
We'll
the
look it up.
Avatar?
Oh, Avatar.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot.
Avatar. Oh yeah, Avatar's coming out next. So,
Yeah.
but until then, stay safe out there and have a good night. Bye, everybody.